Today, I will be showing how I use OpenRefine to prepare data for analysis. I will be sharing my screen next. I have selected the file to be analyzed. Since all the check data are correct here, I go forward with creating the project. The data has been successfully imported. Now I will quickly see the data and I can figure out that the start date has a start date and time included in it, and it is separated by an alphabet T. So I will be splitting this by going to edit column, split into several columns, selecting separator as T and splitting into two columns to have the date and time separate. Now I'm noticing that the time has an error entry, minus hyphen and 4 should not be there. So I'll be splitting it again. Now I'll be removing the error column, which has just the 4 hours mentioned. I will be renaming the column start date and the second column as start time. I will go ahead and do the same for the end with the end date. Going forward, I will go to each entry, click on edit cells, common transforms, and trim leading and trailing white spaces. I'm observing that the columns named as IP address, email address, first name, last name, and custom data do not have any entry in them. So I will be deleting these columns. I will go to edit column and select remove this column. Next, what I am trying to observe in this pattern is that the first entry here is just a subheading of the survey with responses as the only data entry. So this is a redundant entry. I'll be deleting this. To delete this, I will star it, and then I will go to Facet by Facet and then Facet by star. I'll select the true option. Now that the specific entry has been highlighted, I click on edit rows and remove matching rows to remove it. Now, if I go back by removing the Facet filter, it goes back to the whole entries with 25 rows in total. I have cleared the white spaces. Going forward, checking all the rows. Okay, so here is one row which says, to what extent do you believe that academic integrity training modules decrease a student's desire to range in academic dishonesty? This row has been duplicated twice, so I will be deleting one. Sorry, this column has been duplicated twice, so I'll be deleting one of the columns. Now to check for abnormalities, I'll be clicking on Facet, text Facet, and check on respondent ID if there is any abnormality. Everything looks fine. Let's go ahead with collector ID. Collector ID is one number for all 25 rows. Let's go with start date. Start date seems to be in the same format. Let's go with start time. Now here in the start time, if you notice, there is one time that only has hours and minutes and not seconds. So I'm presuming this entry is actually 1017.00. Since it already has a time, I'm just correcting this data. Now, after correcting the data, if I go to Facet and text Facet, I can see that everything is in line with the similar format. Let's go forward with end date and check if everything is in line. End date looks okay. And time is also in the same format. The entries seem to be okay now. So I'll be exporting this entry into Excel. And that's it for today. Thank you so much.